Welcome to Restricted Views Everton Fan TV. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, and we're back for another match. It feels like it's been quite a long time, doesn't it, since the last one? The last one, of course, against Chelsea before the international break. But we're back, and it's Monday night. It's Everton versus Spurs, live on Monday Night Football under the lights at Goodison Park. It's a special occasion under the lights at Goodison Park. It always is. Just that extra bit of specialness comes out of everyone, a bit more fierce, it's a bit more intense, and the Goodison crowd are definitely going to be behind Everton tonight. Really difficult game against Spurs. We'll get into all that in a little bit. We're about, what time is it? 12 minutes away from kickoff at the moment. So we'll be clicking on the time once the game starts, so you know the game started. And if you are joining us, remember to turn off your notifications on your phone. We may be 30 seconds behind from the actual game due to the YouTube stream just being slightly delayed. Make sure you turn those notifications off and you will be watching along live with me. And you'll see what minute and what second we're on via the clock below. Hopefully you can hear me okay. All the sounds and our technical issues that have hampered us in recent weeks have been eliminated, and we're back for a really positive stream and a really positive result here tonight from Goodison Park. The team news. It's no change on the team. It doesn't look like Sean Dyche has made any change. It's Jordan Pickford in goal. A back four of Seamus Coleman. Seamus has been away on international break, dealt with Mbappe, had him in his back pocket. But Seamus Coleman, what a servant he is, and still turning in performances in his mid-30s. But Seamus Coleman starts at right back tonight. And then we've got a centre-back pairing of Michael Keane and Tarkowski. Again, Conor Cody is on the bench. Michael Keane stays in that back line alongside Tarkowski. He's done decent enough over the past few weeks, and he's kept his place in the back line. Michael Keane came out in midweek actually and was speaking about Frank Lampard, how he asked Frank Lampard what can he do to get back in the team under Frank's management, and Frank basically said, well, I won't tell you what you need to improve on. If you don't know by now, you don't know, which it's slightly confusing about Frank Lampard because we all back him and we all did back him, and you know we like him as a guy. He had a good rapport with the fans, but probably showed his managerial inexperience in that moment, if Michael Keane is to be believed, of course, in what he says. Sean Dyche has come in. He's obviously told Michael Keane exactly what he needs to do. And that's what a good manager does. He tells the players exactly what's expected of them. And they can go out and deliver then. And if they don't deliver, then it's up to them. They've been told. But he's back in the team. Michael Keane's back in the team. He keeps his place alongside Tarkowski at centre-back. Left back, Ben Godfrey. Now, Ben Godfrey came into the side a few weeks ago when Mykolenko had an illness and had to miss a game. And Ben Godfrey's made that left-back position his own since. I personally prefer Mykolenko at left-back as a natural left-back. I think as a full-back, you just need to know that position, and playing it year on, year out. You just know where to be at any given moment. And that's why I like a natural left-back in that position. But he's gone with Ben Godfrey. Ben Godfrey's he's a player. He's a great player for us, but he's maybe a player who will see the best of, not this season, but in seasons to come. But he stays at left back today, and let's see how he gets on. The midfield three, no change. Idrissa Gana Gueye, Doucouré, and Onana in that midfield three. Onana and Doucouré seem to exchange roles game on game as to who's going to be pushing forward to support the front line. I'm sure they'll do that again this game here tonight. On the wings, Dwight McNeil and Alex Iwobi. No change again. Alex Iwobi, probably haven't seen the best of Alex Iwobi on the wing since Sean Dyche has taken over. Certainly works hard, but he just hasn't played his best football. I think Iwobi really found that centre midfield position comfortable his own under Frank Lampard, and he hasn't really replicated the form under Sean Dyche as of yet. But again, we're back after the international break, and he gets a goal tonight. He sets a goal up, and you know he's back in form, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. Up front, Demarai Gray. This was where the real question mark was going to come for me. Who's going to be playing up front? Is it Demarai Gray? Is it Ellis Sims, who scored and came on as a substitute against Chelsea and scored the equalising goal to get Everton a result at Chelsea? He sticks with Demarai Gray. Demarai Gray's done well up front there. Neil Maupay has just fallen out of the picture. Neil Maupay had a few opportunities to play up front, and he just didn't do enough. He didn't look like he was going to score a goal. He didn't hold the ball well up enough, and he just didn't cement himself in that forward position. But we have Demarai Gray, and Demarai Gray is up front for us tonight, and he's best on the counter-attack, Demarai Gray. He's not somebody who's going to be wrestling with centre-backs and holding the ball up. He's going to be getting onto balls that are played in and behind Tottenham Hotspur's defence, and he's going to want to run onto them and hopefully get some chances on goal. He can also drop into the wings areas, interchange with our wingers and get a ball in if need be. So it's going to be a really interesting game tonight to see how Demarai Gray plays. And of course, we've got the big lad on the bench, Ellis Sims. He can come off the bench if we need him to, if we need a goal, if we need somebody to hold the ball up, to be more physical, to be more of a target man up front against Spurs. It depends on how the game goes, of course, and it's a really difficult game against Tottenham Hotspur, who are 5th in the league at the moment. They can go 3rd if they win here tonight, and that's exactly what they'll want to do. They've got rid of Antonio Conte. Whether rightly or wrongly, Conte had an outburst after their last match, and he's been, he left the club by mutual consent, i.e. get out the club. And now they've got the assistant manager stepping in as the caretaker manager until the end of the season. If I'm a Spurs player, I'm turning up to Goodison Park tonight to make a point, and that point would be, I'll show you, Conte, what I'm made of. I'll show you I'm no slacker. I'll show you I can perform under pressure. And I'd want to go out and get a result here at Goodison Park tonight. So that's why I think it's going to be a really difficult game for Everton. If we have any chance of staying up this season, we need to make our home games count. And there's no bigger and no better than Goodison Park under the lights on a Monday night football to show exactly what we're made of. Let's hope we can replicate some of our recent home form under Sean Dyche. We've had a win against Arsenal, a win against Leeds. We've played really well. We had a slight blip against Aston Villa. But this is a new game, and we welcome Spurs to Goodison Park. Really difficult game again. They've got attacking prowess such as Son and Harry Kane. We've got Demarai Gray, Dwight McNeil. It's always going to be a big ask when we're up against these types of teams in the top half. But we've got 10 games to go till the end of the season, and the majority of our games are against teams in the top half of the league. So we have to get used to it. It doesn't matter if we like it or don't like it. It's something we have to get used to. We have to play as well against the top teams as we do against teams in the bottom half, and we need to make sure we get results against them. That's the ask. We have a few minutes to go before kickoff. I'm going to have a quick bathroom break. I'm going to be back for kickoff for Everton versus Spurs. Stay with us, and please do like, share and subscribe our links and our social media posts, because we want to get as many people onto the watch along tonight as possible. So please do share our links, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Welcome back to Restricted Views, Everton Fan TV. We're getting ready for kickoff here at Goodison Park. The teams are out. Just coming out to the sound of Z cars at Goodison Park. Getting ready for a massive game. Must win. They're all must wins now, aren't they? 10 games to go till the end of the season. It's a must win at Goodison Park tonight. Thanks for everyone that's going to be tuning in. Please do like and subscribe our videos and share. Do you think we should have gone for Vitor Pereira instead? Question in the chat just come in. Nope, I don't. I'm happy. I'm really happy with Sean Dyche, and I think Sean Dyche is getting the best he possibly can out of this Everton side. And I don't think anybody would have come in and got anything better out of this Everton side either. I think he's really maximising those players. He's getting the best out of Damari Gray. He's getting the best out of Michael Keane. He's getting the best out of all the players. I think there's still more to come. The best he can provide right now out of the players, but I think there's more to come with more training. I think once the players get a better understanding of how he wants to play and more time on the training pitch with Sean Dyche and his backroom staff, of course, there's more to come, I think. So I'm really happy with Sean Dyche. I'm really happy with the appointment. So no, I don't think we should have gone for anybody else. And I think Sean Dyche gives us the best chance of getting out of the situation we're currently in. And that's, we're in a bad situation, obviously, but the best chance of getting out of it is with Sean Dyche and his backroom staff. Ian Wone, Steve Stone, former international players, got a lot of experience in on the pitch and off the pitch in recent years. It's going to be a difficult game tonight, but all the faith in the Everton team, all the faith in the world in the players tonight. And I'm really happy to be back. The international break depends if you like watching England or not, if you like watching international football. I mean, I don't mind watching international football during the likes of major cup competitions, major international competitions, but qualifying games, they just don't motivate me whatsoever. It's a tough watch at the best. But, it was 2 weeks to sit back and reevaluate and think about Everton and have a break from Everton, because let's be honest, we all need a break sometimes, especially with the way our seasons go. So as a refresher, it was quite nice just to sit back and think, let's just not watch Everton for a couple of weeks, essentially. But we're back. We're back. And the teams are just getting ready to kick off now. And I will get our clock ready to be kicking off. Harry Kane starting, of course, just broke the records for England's all-time top goal scorer. Harry Kane's actually favourite Premier League opponent is on the screen at the moment. He scored 14 goals in 15 appearances against Everton. One of his best records against any Premier League team. I think he's only done better against Leicester out of all teams. Typical, isn't it? All the top strikers seem to score against us. Doesn't matter who the top striker was in Premier League history. If it was Alan Shearer always scored against us. Les Ferdinand always scored against us. Ian Wright always scored against us. Harry Kane always scores. It's just one of those things. We always fell to the best strikers in the game. So did all the teams, but probably not as much as Everton. We're ready to kick off here at Goodison Park, and we're underway. Everton kicking towards the park end in the first half. I was in the park ends with my family. During the international break, we went to see Everton ladies versus Liverpool ladies. Really good game it was. It was 1-1 in the end. Really good display by the girls. The family really enjoyed it as well. It was a really good family-friendly atmosphere at Goodison Park on the night. I don't really like sitting in the park end myself. Little bit too close to the away fans. And they can be annoying at times, especially the Liverpool fans. But we sat there and, we got past it. My only other experience of sitting in the park end was one game against, I want to say it was Blackburn in the FA Cup years ago. And we got battered. Was it Bolton or Blackburn? One of them, Bolton or Blackburn. And we just got battered, and it was absolutely embarrassing. Really angry that day. Just as you turn up and you think, this is a win. But it certainly wasn't that night. Christian Stellini, head coach for Spurs. taking over from Antonio Conte. He's lucky. Obviously, he took charge of the team, didn't he? When Conte had his operation. Conte had a gallbladder operation, and Cellini was there. He took charge of the team. Seems to be doing a good job. So let's see what he can do now. He actually was doing a better job than Conte was. So let's see if he can do it again. Hopefully not tonight for Everton, against Everton. But, we will see. Game's underway. Spurs got a little bit of pressure. Onana getting us stuck in, which we love to see. Decore spreading the ball to Iwobi on the right-hand side. Iwobi charging forward. Nice bit of skill. He wants to hit it, but he can't quite get a shot off. Gives it to Demarai Gray. Demarai Gray bends one. Oh, and it's just gone over the bar. But a really good build-up play by Everton. A really good shot by Demarai Gray. And he wasn't too far away at all. And we're talking inches rather than feet. Nice skill by Alex Iwobi there, though. Nice little drag back. He plays it to Demarai Gray. Demarai Gray inside the box. Cuts inside. And tries to kill one into that top corner. And I tell you what, he's not too far away. Hugo Lloris done one of them things the goalies do. They like to just jump across and not really jump off the feet, but as if to say, I had that covered. But I don't know if he did. Just taking a look on YouTube now. We are connected on YouTube and Facebook, so thanks for everyone who's joining on the stream. Please do remember to like and subscribe and share our streams. We're trying to get noticed. Trying to share our content about with a fellow Evertonian, so please do share our streams as best you can. Up across and not really jump off the feet. Here we go. Everton regain the ball. Onana in midfield. Onana goes over. He actually gets fouled in midfield. Quick free kick taken by McNeil. Everton with the ball in midfield. Decore plays it back to Michael Keane. And we're looking to start to build from the back quite patiently. Coleman puts a big ball up front, trying to look for Iwobi, but Iwobi can't get on the end of it. Just goes through to Hugo Lloris to the goalkeeper. Thanks for let us know in the comments as well. Give us a like and subscribe. Give us a comment. What do you think the game's going to be tonight? How do you think it's going to go? What score do you think it's going to be? Give us a like on the video. Much appreciated. I personally think we can get something out of this game here tonight. Not too sure we can get a win. I want us to get a win. Of course I want us to get a win. But I just don't know if we've got enough in the tank to beat Spurs here tonight. Spurs, again, with the early pressure, put a ball through. Really nice ball across the face of goal. And Pickford gets his foot on it. And Onana clears. Really good chance there for Spurs. It was offside. Looking at the replay, I don't know why the referee didn't put his flag up there. Disappointing by the referee. Just tweeting out that we are live, so please do share our content on YouTube and Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. 5 minutes into the game, still 0-0. One definitely good chance for Everton. Demarai Gray just curling one over the bar. Just on the water tonight myself. It's a Monday night. Don't want to go too crazy. Anyone having a bevy? Cider? What are you drinking? Let me know in the comments. Just water for me tonight. Spurs building the play up here at the back. Eric Dyer always the last defender in the Spurs half. He's just like the anchor. Never gets forward too much. Always likes to stay in position. Spurs really spreading the ball around. The ball comes in here from the right-hand side. Nobody gets the head on it. Dwight McNeil flicks it away from goal. Højbjerg picks it up, puts another ball into the box. This time Iwobi gets control of the ball and tries to play out in his own half to Demarai Gray. Demarai Gray loses possession and it's a Spurs free kick. Ashley Piggott in the comments. Thanks very much, Ashley. He's actually a Man United fan, but you're absolutely welcome on the stream. Please do join us. You think it's going to be 1-1. It's a difficult game tonight. I keep saying it's a difficult game. Those Spurs fans, those Spurs players, massive motivation to come back and win this game because they want to stick it to Antonio Conte. They want to say, well, you know what? You were wrong. All the bitching that you did against us. You're saying we weren't professional. You're saying we had no fight and, you know, we couldn't handle pressure. Well, you're wrong. And we're going to go to Goodison Park and prove it away from home. That's what the Spurs players are going to be wanting to do tonight. So definitely not an easy game here for Everton. Wonderless, come on you Blues. Yes, come on you Blues. Massive game here. I mean, we need to win our home games. It's going to be difficult because we've got some really tough home games coming up. We've got Fulham, we've got Man City, Bournemouth at the end of the season, Newcastle. So really difficult games. There is no easy games in the Premier League. So we have to make our home form count. And it starts here tonight against Spurs. I'm going to put my headphones on just to listen to the commentary along with the match, just to make sure I'm up to speed with anything that I may be missing just off the video. Godfrey on the left-hand side now is getting forward, tries to break into the box, just loses his footing as he gets into the box, which is a bit unfortunate. Could have put a good ball across there, but didn't quite get the opportunity to. Idrissa Gana Gueye picks the ball up, gives it to Iwobi. Again, Iwobi just got to see his Spurs players in front of him, so he has to divert over to the wing and give the ball to Seamus Coleman. Coleman trying to spread the ball to Doucouré, but Doucouré can't hold the ball up, and it's back in Spurs' possession. Should be good atmosphere here at Goodison Park tonight. It's after the international break, you know, you're craving for football again. You know, it depends how you feel about international football, but if you're not crazy about it, it's a long break not to support your home team, your club team. Here's Dwight McNeil charging down the left, but it's a fantastic tackle by Romero. Stops him in his track completely. I do like Romero. Good defender from Spurs. And Spurs are looking sharp here in the opening 10 minutes. They haven't had any major chances on goal just yet, but you can tell just how they're playing, how they're passing the ball, how they're closing Everton down. You know, they're up for this tonight. And Everton have to be up for it as well. Iwobi on the ball, tries to shield Spurs player. He goes down, but it's no free kick, and Spurs are pushing forward here. It's going to be dangerous. Oh, Tarkowski goes in with an absolutely crunching tackle. It breaks to Harry Kane. Kane shoots, and it's cleared off the line. Cleared off the line by Michael Keane. How did that fall to Harry Kane in the box so easily? Skip runs forward inside the Everton half. It's a crunching tackle on the edge of the box by Tarkowski, and the ball just breaks to Harry Kane. Harry Kane shoots, turns, and Michael Keane is on the line. Fantastic. Really good by Michael Keane there. Getting back to defend on the line. It was past Jordan Pickford. It was going to be 1-0 to Spurs. Well done, Michael Keane. And you know what? You deserve to be in the team for those types of clearances. Everyone, please like and share our feeds. You know, we want to get a few subscribers here tonight. Want to get a few viewers, so please do like and subscribe. He's a free kick to Everton. It's Damari Gray. Damari Gray puts one in. Flicked on. It goes to Michael Keane. Michael Keane with the volley. Ooh. And it's just over the bar. We're just going to get up to date with our stream because we're a little bit behind here, so apologies about that, first and foremost. Iwobi with the ball now on the right-hand side. Gives it to Onana. Onana gives it to Ben Godfrey on the left-hand side. Dwight McNeil on the left. Looking to get a cross into the box. He does get a cross in. It's deflected back out. And it's a free kick to Spurs. So just going to update our clock because we were a little bit behind. So we're back up to speed now. There we go. So 12 minutes into the game. Still Everton 0, Spurs 0. No real fantastic chances. I say no real fantastic chances for Everton, but Spurs just had one cleared off the line by Harry Kane. Harry Kane turned and shot inside the box. Michael Keane back on the line and cleared the ball. Is Son breaking into the box now. Tries a little cutback. that goes out for an Everton goal kick. Son, what a fantastic player Son is, by the way. You know, you don't want to say it tonight because he's playing against Everton, but he's really a fantastic, fantastic player, an all-time Premier League great. Horrible player. You know, broke Andre Gomez's leg, but as a goal scorer, as a performer for Spurs, certainly a good player. Scran on TV says up the Toffees, 1-0 for the Blues. That's his prediction. I'd go with it. I'm happy for that. Big Joe. Wanderlust is watching on. Don't think he's actually watching the game live as we are on the watch along, but he's just following our stream to see how the game goes. Everton got possession of the ball at the minute. Seamus Coleman inside his own half. Gives it to Michael Keane, who pumps up a big ball up. Finds Iwobi. Iwobi trying to get past the Spurs player again, but gets blocked. Wanderlust is watching as well. Fantastic. So, yeah, 14 minutes in. I was a little bit behind at the start of the game, but we're certainly caught up now. Here's Onana. Onana spreading the ball. Tries to find Iwobi, but just clips Idrissa Gueye's feet. Couldn't get out the way. Couldn't jump over the ball. Decent enough first 15 minutes, you know, by Everton. I think we need to improve as the game goes on. I wouldn't like to see us stay at this pace for the entire game. Spurs with the ball now inside their own half. Just being patient with it, just not getting it around. Everton not really pressing the back line of Spurs, just really holding a defensive line, a mid-line. Here's Perisic with the ball inside the box. Finds Kane. Oh, and Kane is unmarked. No challenge from an Everton defender. He gets his head on it, but he just puts it wide of Jordan Pickford's goal. And I'm not too sure how he hasn't got that on target. Harry Kane is in the 6-yard box, sides onto the goal, and he's put it wide. I'm not too sure how he's done that. As good as Harry Kane is, he should be hitting the target, and if he hits the target, it'd be 1-0 to Spurs. Worrying thing is, one, we didn't stop the cross. Seamus Coleman couldn't stop that from Perisic. And two, Keane and Tarkowski were absolutely nowhere to get a challenge on Harry Kane. Harry Kane in between defenders, classic centre forwards, gets his head on it, but it just goes wide. "16 minutes gone, and Harry Kane could have scored 2 for Spurs in 16 minutes. 1 cleared off the line, and 1 a really poor miss by himself. Here's Iwobi breaking into the box now, skips past 1 and 2, puts a ball in, and it just gets cleared by Spurs. Onana hits it on the half volley. Blocked and cleared again by Spurs defence. Here's Decore. Decore recovering the ball to Onana. Onana plays it wide to Iwobi. Iwobi's he going to look for Coleman on the overlap? No, he doesn't. He puts the ball in towards the back post, and it really just goes to no one. There was nobody there attacking that back post for Everton. I was hoping we would have got a corner out of that because we know how dangerous we can be from set pieces, but it didn't quite come off. Everton retaining the ball inside the Spurs off. Garner spreads the ball to the right-hand side. Seamus Coleman. Coleman looking for the ball forward. He gives it to Iwobi. Iwobi lays it off to Gray. Gray right on the wing. Not inside the box in the centre forward position. Which always poses a problem because then when he does cross the ball in, there's nobody in the box ready to get on the end of it. Throw in for Everton. In front of the main stand. Well inside the Spurs half here. Seamus Coleman to take. Seamus Coleman just lays it off to Decore. Plays it back to Coleman again. Coleman to Decore once again. Decore then plays it back to Garner Gay, who just was going to play it back to almost the keeper, I thought, for a second, but gives it to Onana. Onana puts a ball in for Decore. Decore tries to get a ball across, but the referees give a offside. I thought it was going to be a goal kick. It was actually offside on Decore. Oh, I tell you what, my heart's going. I've got my watch on, but it's run out of a battery, so I normally clock my heart rate when the Everton match is on because it gets tense, doesn't it? If it gets above 120, I normally have to go for a walk, make sure I don't do myself any harm when I'm watching Everton. I wonder what wonder what people's heart rate goes when they watch football. You know, does it go above 100, or how high does it go in the height of scoring a goal and celebrating? During the Palace game last year, I'm sure it was about 160. Godfrey plays it back to Pickford. Pickford gets his foot on it, doesn't do a fantastic job clearing the ball. Spurs regain, trying to break inside the Everton box, trying to tackle Godfrey and get into a bit of a duel with him. But Pickford picks the ball up and quickly tries to release Alex Iwobi on the right-hand side, but Pickford overhits the ball and it goes out for a throw-in to Spurs. Please do like and subscribe our channel, guys. Like and share. Share with your friends. Let's get a lot of people on the stream here tonight, if possible. We're live on Facebook and YouTube tonight. Let's hope for some goals. I wonder who's going to be the first goal scorer. I think if I was to put any money on first goal scorer tonight, it'd be Tarkowski, just because we're such a threat from corners and set pieces. Oh, and that's a really good Spurs chance. Spurs with another ball in from our right-hand side. Seamus Coleman couldn't block the cross. It's an in-swinger by Perisic, it looks like, towards the back post. And Dwight McNeil, fantastic defender at the back post, gets his foot on it and clears it for the Spurs corner. And I tell you what, if he wasn't there, the Spurs right back was right behind Godfrey to tap that in. And once again, really dangerous position from Spurs. Spurs have scored the most corners from any Premier League season from any Premier League club this season, 13. They put the ball into the box and it's headed away by Everton. And Doucouré absolutely gets his foot behind it and clears it to nobody, but gets a bit of relief from the attack. Spurs keeping possession. You know, we just can't seem to be holding possession at the moment. It seems to be bobbling round, and every time it bobbles, it just lands to a Spurs player. Højbjerg does that good as well. He anchors that midfield, and any second balls, it always seems Højbjerg's there, and he just picks the ball up and he's spreading the play. Everton don't seem to have that at the minute. I feel like Spurs are getting the better of us here in this first 20 minutes. Eric Dyer all over Damari Gray, had his shirt pulling it. You could see it almost ripping off his back. It was Oliver Skip, actually, just had a handful of Damari Gray's shirt, pulling it off his back. Everton win the free kick. It doesn't matter where Everton win the free kicks, they can win it on the halfway line. We've seen it before. Everton win free kicks deep into their own half or just into the Spurs half. They can put a ball forward. They can flick the ball on twice and it can be a goal. So we're really dangerous from all set pieces. But here we go. It's like Damari Gray again, taking the free kick in a really deep position, which means he's then not able to get in the box really quickly. But he plays that towards the back post, goes to Tarkowski, gets his head towards goal. The keeper clears it. Hugo Lloris, he's bouncing around everywhere. Son takes the ball out and eventually clears. But dangerous. First free kick for Everton. And it's promising. Goes into Tarkowski. And Tarkowski got his head on it. Just couldn't do any damage on that occasion. Ball played in again. It's bouncing round. Nobody really claiming ownership. Damari Gray tries to go past the player on the edge of the box. He does so. Falls over, slips. Fans have appealed for a penalty, but it was never a penalty. It was just a slip there by Damari Gray. But good little bit of Everton pressure. We need these pressure. We need to just keep going and keep going. Here's Garnagay now bringing the ball forward. Garnagay gives it to Doucouré. Doucouré spreading the ball out to Iwobi. Iwobi, is he going to cross it? Trying to get a cross in. Sometimes Iwobi does this when he's got the ball out wide, doesn't he? He almost checks forward, checks back, and he doesn't really look like he knows what he wants to do with it. But eventually he gets the ball in. Godfrey gets a shot on. Oh, and it's just deflected wide by Eric Dyer. Ball just fell to Godfrey on the edge of the box, and Godfrey doesn't put his foot through it, almost side-foots it towards goal. And it just deflects off Eric Dyer and goes out for the Everton corner. First Everton corner of the game. Got Libertino Radio. Hope you Toffees win from a Darlington fan. Thanks very much, mate. We need all the wins we can get. Nice one. Here's the ball going in, though. Oh, and it's a really dangerous corner towards the back post. But nobody could get the head on it from an Everton shirt. Godfrey gets his ball back, though. Really impressively. Gives it to Zagore on the edge of the box. Gives it to Iwobi. Loses it. Godfrey wins it back again. Damari Gray outside the box. Gives it to McNeil. McNeil puts a ball in eventually. Just cleared by Spurs. And now the counter-attack's on. Kuliszewski. Harry Kane with the ball inside his own half with his head up. And he's getting closed down by Everton really, really well. And the Gunnarsson faithful are absolutely roaring Everton on as we put a bit of pressure on the Spurs defence there. And Perisic fouls Coleman for the Everton free kick. What a warrior Seamus Coleman is, by the way. We've talked about Seamus Coleman in the past, but as he's got older, Seamus Coleman, he just looks like he's got more aggressive and he's got the bit between his teeth more as he approaches the end of his career, and I love it. 60 grand, Seamus Coleman. Fantastic captain, fantastic servant, and I'm all about Seamus Coleman. Shout out to Samantha Coleman, by the way, who's was an Everton fan who passed away. Has a really good following on Twitter and social media, and unfortunately, her life ran into many problems and illnesses, and she faced a bit of difficulty towards the end of her life. She was only young, and unfortunately, it was posted on social media in the past couple of weeks that she passed away. And a lot of Evertonians have been reaching out, just saying, I wish her all the very best, her friends and her family, and condolences for everyone's loss. And here we go, 25 minutes in, and it's strangely a water break. Like, all the players are at the sides of the pitch taking on some fluids. I think this may be because of Ramadan, actually. Ramadan, obviously, the Muslim cultural event happening for around a month, and it restricts the Muslim players from taking in fluids and eating during certain times. So they have a little break in the game at this time, and allows the players to go off and get some fluids on board, which is a really nice touch from the Premier League to introduce that. So there's a few midweek games on as well. In midweek, Everton don't play midweek, but this will be our 29th game in the season, and the majority of other teams are on 28. So we've played one game more tonight than the majority of the teams around us. So they catch up in midweek. So we won't get a really true reflection of the Premier League table until after the games in midweek. So that's why it's really important to get something out of tonight's game, because, you know, we're a game ahead already. So a 3 points here tonight would be massive for Everton. Whether you're a Darlington fan, whether you're a Man United fan, let's all hope for an Everton win here tonight. Game's back on. Seamus Coleman and Alex Iwobi trying to put in a little bit of skillful footwork there to try and get past the player, but ball broke loose. Agana Gay's picked it up. Idrissa Gay has been a figure in the Everton side since his return to the Everton team in January. I don't think he's missed a game, Idrissa Gay. I was way ahead of your stream, Wanderlust. Not a problem at all, mate. Not a problem at all. If you need to pause the stream, catch up, and then play again, that's absolutely fine with me. So tonight's game's on Monday Night Football on Sky TV in England, for anyone watching in the UK. Just a Garner Gate gives away a free kick to Son. Pitch is just showing Ella Sims there on the bench. Actually, Piggott says, rest in peace. Heart goes out to the family, to Sam Coleman, which is much appreciated. Thank you very much. A lot of the... there's a few Everton communities as well that celebrated Sam Coleman's life at the Dixie Dean statue outside Goodison Park this past weekend. I think some of the American supporters clubs were over, and they very nicely had a little moment there for her passing. It's an Everton free kick on 29 minutes. It's inside Spurs half. It's Dwight McNeil going to take this one, actually. Tamari Gray's taking the previous couple of free kicks. But this time, just Dwight McNeil standing over the ball. Tarkowski's up there. Michael Keane's up there. We really need a goal here, so come on. McNeil swings the ball in. Goes towards the back post again. Michael Keane couldn't get anything on it. Onana picks the ball up on the wing. Gives it to Obi. Plays the ball back in again. Decore absolutely free and puts it over the bar. Decore finds himself there. Absolutely no one around him. He peels off to the defender. But he just headers it, but gets it all types of wrong. He just gets under it. He gets under the ball. And the ball just goes up high and wide. Absolutely no threat to Hugo Lloris whatsoever. But what I liked about that little move was we get a ball into the box. We get a free kick in the box. Yeah, it gets clear. But the play doesn't break down. We get another ball into the box. And we attack again on the second phase of play. And that's really encouraging to see. Just a shout out, everyone who's watching, please do like, share and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We need all your support we can get. We need to gain some traction and get some viewers and get some subscribers. If you could do that, I would much appreciate. Spurs now on the right-hand side, got the ball, looking to take on Dwight McNeil, but Dwight McNeil gets his foot in, wins the ball. Really good, strong play from Everton. And another strong challenge goes in from Godfrey this time. Really good to see the Everton players getting stuck in. And fair play to the referee as well for letting it go. Some of the referees just a stop and play every 2 seconds, and this is a foul and that's a foul. The ref looks like he wants to let the players have a good game tonight, so fair play. Spurs bringing the ball forward. Not sure who that is. The Spurs number 34, but he actually threw himself on the floor. But fair play to the referee because he didn't buy it and he just said get on with it and get up. Yeah, Decore's had a number of chances, hasn't he? When he's got inside the box, and he's been in a really good position, and he's got his head on it. But you know, it's probably not one of his strengths in his game, heading the ball. But under Sean Dyche, you know, he's playing a more attacking role, and he's getting inside the box more. He's getting inside the box more, much more than he did under Frank Lampard when he did play. So if he's going to be doing that, then he needs to improve on it, and he needs to work on the training pitch, his heading, his finishing. Because that's going to be a big part of his game and a big part of the ask. So 32 minutes gone. Still not much between these two teams here at Goodison Park tonight. Kane keeps dropping deep on a few occasions just to trying to influence the play. He's had a couple of good chances, Kane, in the first half. He's had one cleared off the line by Michael Keane and a really fantastic opportunity to put Spurs ahead from a headed position inside the 6-yard box, and he put it wide. But Harry Kane, everyone knows his record. He can score goals at the flick of a switch or a finger. By the way, if anyone knows anybody who wants to be involved with the Everton Fan TV channel, wants to be involved with Restricted Views, please send them our links, because we're looking for people to start a podcast with. We're looking for people to come on our video streams and preview games and review games. So if you're interested in being involved with Restricted Views Everton Fan TV, please do share our social media. Get in touch on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever you want. And get involved. Let me know. Spurs just pressed forward there, but it's been given offside. And if we look at the replay, it wasn't actually on offside. Tarkowski was there, dropped deep, and played everyone on. It's a sloppy game so far, this first half. But what can you do? "35 minutes gone here." Doucouré, once again. Doucouré almost, at times, is the most advanced player for Everton in a centre-forward role, because he's playing that attacking midfield role. When Demarai Gray drops a little bit deeper, Demarai Gray's up there. Doucouré's up there, and Doucouré's like our number 9, which is mad. Spurs with the ball here, plays it inside. Skip gets it, tries to play Son. Actually gives the ball away, and Onana brings it forward, tries to play a ball forward, gets intercepted by the Spurs back line. Here's Kane now on the right-hand side, whips a ball in, tries to find Son, but just gets cleared by Tarkowski. Ball now with Iwobi, trying to get a ball clear. Everton struggling to get outside of their own half here. But now Iwobi is released down the right-hand side. But Spurs getting the bodies back in numbers, fair play to them. Iwobi plays it to McNeil on the left-hand side. Tries to flick a ball into Demarai Gray there. Demarai Gray does get his body onto it, but can't hold the ball up, and looks sloppy in the end. That looks sloppy by Everton. Sean Dyche on the sideline there, just clapping the Everton players, saying, "Come on, push forward." Just posting on Twitter, just saying we are live on YouTube and Facebook. Please join us. Here's Spurs pressing forward now, puts a ball inside the box. Michael Keane gets his head on it and clears it away. And Højbjerg goes down on the edge of the box under the challenge, but the referee waves play on. He's not having absolutely any of it, the referee. Everton trying to press forward with Demarai Gray, and he tries to go inside the box again, but another really good tackle by Spurs. We're committing bodies forwards. We just don't seem to have that extra bit of something in the final third. Onana hits one from about 35 yards out, and Hugo Lloris saves it down to his right-hand side, and a comfortable save for Lloris. Onana just shifts it onto his left foot, rifles it hard and low, but he's that far out. Hugo Lloris has got plenty of time to get across and get the save in. Spurs playing the ball out from the back here. Son's even coming really deep to get the ball as well. Son there, deep into the Spurs half, just to come and try and get a kick at the ball and, get involved, because he's not being that involved, to be fair. I always say that. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, because now he'll go and score a hat-trick. We've got 6 thumbs up on YouTube, so please do keep giving us those thumbs up if you haven't already. It does make a massive impact as to how we're viewed on YouTube, so if everyone can like and subscribe, please do follow us. Even if you're not an Everton fan, please follow us, because we'll have other content coming soon, just general Premier League reviews and football reviews, so subscribe to our content. Seamus Coleman went a little bit late there to Perisic. I don't think VAR are reviewing that. Coleman got his studs onto Perisic's ankle, and that's why Perisic went down for a little while, but he seems to be okay now. Tarkowski's actually down getting some treatment, and that's again from one of his challenges. He went in hard and low on the slide tackle, and looks like he's struggling with his knee. The physio's on, having a look at him. Let's hope he can recover and he doesn't have to go off. We do have Conor Cody on the bench. We have Yerry Mina on the bench. We have Mason Holgate on the bench. We've got a lot of centre-backs on the bench. Even Ben Godfrey, who can shift into defence, and Mikolenko can come in the left-back position. So we've got options. You see Tarkowski going into a full-blooded challenge with Eric Dyer. Good challenge. Well, that's what you want to see as a fan, don't you? You want to see hard tackles. You want to see everyone having a go. And on that occasion, they both went in. Fair play. They both just got up, walked away. There was no screaming on the floor, as you see from some players. But Tarkowski's back on his feet. He's walking off the pitch. Doesn't look too uncomfortable, so looks like he's going to return to the pitch. Not an issue. And Perisic has got the ball here. He's got the ball as in he's going to take a throw in. And Sean Dyche was telling him there a little bit cheeky to give the ball back to us, saying he should give the ball back to us there, but he eventually plays it back to his own team, and Spurs start with possession of the ball. 40 minutes gone, 5 minutes left of the first half. What can we do? Can we get a goal in the last 5 minutes? Come on, Everton. Let's see if we can press forward here and get a really good end to the first half. A goal would set us up fantastically for the second half and just quell a few nerves around the stadium. Who would you have first goal scorer here? Do you think Tarkowski from a set piece? Got another set piece here, just before the centre half, the halfway line inside the Everton half. But Jordan Pickford's come all the way out of his goal to take the free kick. And he's going to angle that again towards the back post. Tarkowski's there. Tarkowski gets his head on it, but nobody's there to follow in from Tarkowski. Dwight McNeil gets a ball back in, but once again, it's cleared from the Spurs defence. I almost feel this game is set for Ella Sims, because we're getting the ball, we're putting a lot of crosses into the box, but we haven't really got anybody aerially to challenge and to get the head on it. When the ball goes in, I think Ella Sims could be the one to do that for Everton here in the second half. Seamus Coleman trying to press forward. Runs into Eric Dyer. Coleman goes down like he's been shot, but he's not getting a penalty for that, unfortunately. Not from this referee anyway. And it wasn't a penalty. Harry Kane coming really deep again to receive the ball inside his own half. Everton putting on a bit of a high press to Spurs now when Spurs got the ball. Getting 4 or 5 bodies forwards of midfield, really pushing the Spurs back line. But here's Kulusevski. It's through to Son. Son's broken forward, shot on goal, and it's a really good save from Jordan Pickford. Oh, and the referee blows for offside. The worst rule in football: when a player is offside and they don't flag immediately, they let the whole play carry forwards, and then players are committing themselves, they are risking the chance of injury, and you let the play break down. Once the play breaks down, they then flag. The worst rule in football going. Get rid of it. No one wants it. As it is, it's Everton's free kick because it was offside. Nightmare. We've got 2 minutes left of normal time in the first half. Ball's with Hugo Lloris. He plays it out wide. Down Everton's right-hand side. Goes into Harry Kane. Tarkowski absolutely clobbers Harry Kane on the halfway line. And the referees give a free kick, and he's going to have a way with Tarkowski. I think he's lucky there to not get a yellow card, in my opinion. He clattered into him. He knew exactly what he was doing. He doesn't want Harry Kane to turn and run with the ball towards goal. Tarkowski tries to get the ball, but he knows if he doesn't get the ball, he's definitely getting the man. And that's what he did. And it's a free kick to Spurs, and Tarkowski gets away with it. No yellow card. Spurs now kick the ball back into play. It's with Romero on their right-hand side, Everton's left. Plays the ball to Harry Kane, who comes short again, almost in a false nine position. And Kane's playing those little lofted passes onto his inside forwards. You can see the game plan from Spurs. So Spurs are coming forwards, obviously Harry Kane dropping into that number 9 position, the false 9. He's receiving the ball, trying to flick the ball over his shoulder for Son, and to get in and behind the Everton defence. But Everton have defended it well so far. As we approach the 45-minute mark, we're just going to see how long is going to be added on. And there's going to be 3 minutes added on, which is really rare to see that amount of added time in the first half of a match. But it is 3 minutes. And Decore goes down there, wants a free kick, doesn't get it. Spurs are coming forward with the ball. Son plays it to Perisic on the left-hand side, plays it inside. They're knocking the ball around, trying to create an opening, but almost playing too many passes, Spurs. Like they want to pass it into the net. I think they need to be a little bit more direct. Perisic again down the left-hand side, running towards Seamus Coleman. Step over, tries to get a ball. Ooh, tries to get a ball into the box. It's blocked by Coleman, but it almost flicked up there and hit Garnegay's arm. And I thought that could have been potentially a penalty there to Spurs, but there was no appeals by Spurs whatsoever. Maybe I saw that wrong. And there was no appeal from the Spurs players. No mention of it from the commentary team. Okay. So the first 45 minutes, we'll do a little bit of a sum up before half time. Everton started brightly, probably only one of the best chances we've had came in the early stages of the first half. It was Demarai Gray got into the box, cut in on his right-hand side, and curled the ball towards the top corner of Lloris's goal, but it just went over the bar. And that was really Everton's best attempt in the first half. Spurs then came back. They had a couple of chances themselves through Harry Kane. Harry Kane had one cleared off the line. Kane received the ball, was back to goal. He spun, shot towards goal inside the Everton half, but it was cleared off the line by Michael Keane. Harry Kane also then had another chance. He had a headed attempt, which went wide of Pickford's goal. And they were the best chances of the first half. But as it is, it's still 0-0. Kane's bringing the ball inside the Everton's box here. Tries to chip Jordan Pickford. Tries to chip one towards Pickford's back post. But it goes over the bar easily. And it's out for an Everton goal kick. Still 0-0. There's not much between the teams, to be honest with you. Spurs have probably had the best of the first half. I don't think Everton have imposed themselves on the game. We haven't got our passing where we want it to be. At times in the half, we've been holding on. I don't really think we've played particularly well. The whistle goes for half-time, and the teams are exiting the pitch. we'll stop the time there. So yeah, it's half time. It's 0-0. Once again, not a fantastic first half of football. It's not one for the neutrals, let's put it that way. If any neutrals are still watching this, well, they're bigger football fans than I am, because it's not a great game to watch if you're not a particularly Everton or Spurs fan. Okay, we've had a couple of chances, but we've not had real fantastic creations, and we haven't cut Spurs open, and we haven't had goal-scoring opportunities. It's been a scrappy game. And to be fair, we may be lucky to be going in at 0-0. The best of the chances fell to Harry Kane. Harry Kane could have made it 1-2-0. But as it is, it's Everton 0, Spurs 0. It's all to play for in the second half at Goodison Park. It's on Monday Night Football. I'm going to go get another drink and have a 10-minute break, because we'll be back with Restricted Views Everton Fan TV live on Facebook and YouTube. We'll be back after this quick break. Please do like, share and subscribe. Share our content, and we'll try and get more viewers watching the stream in the second half. Thanks very much. I'll be back in 5. we're back. Yeah, we're back. Restricted Views, Everton Fan TV. Hope you are joining us. Hope you are finding us well. Just try and get me flag sorted out. Doesn't hit me on the head. There we go. I'll do. See if we can wave it. Yeah, it doesn't quite work, but you get the gist. Yeah, so we are back for Everton Restricted Views, Everton Fan TV. Welcome back to the second half. Just about to kick off here in the second half at Goodison Park. Let's take a look. Got our clock sorted out. And it's Everton kicking off. And it's kicking off. Everton will be kicking towards the Gladys Street end. And if the Gladys Street can ever tuck a goal in, I think it should be tonight. Really massive game here against Spurs. Just been looking at the table during half time, and it's just so tight down there, isn't it? You know, from bottom to 12th, every single team is massively involved. You can't really predict who's going to go down, because a couple of weeks ago you thought, oh, Southampton and Bournemouth, they're gone. They're not playing well, and it looks like they're going to go. Now, Bournemouth, a couple of results back to back, and they should have beat Arsenal, but they were unlucky. And it looks like they're one of the favourites to stay up now, just because of the form they're in. So you cannot call it whatsoever. It's a really difficult situation down there. Leicester have just sacked Brendan Rodgers. You don't know who's going to go in there. Potentially turn them round. They're going to have the new manager bounce. Roy Hodgson has gone back to Crystal Palace. Patrick Vieira got sacked. So they've got a new manager bounce. They got a win at the weekend. It proves the point. So it's really difficult down there. Southampton have had a new manager. Everton have had a new manager. Leeds have had a new manager. Oh, but here's Ghana Gay pressing forward. He shoots. Oh, and he absolutely skies it. It was a really good chance. Idrissa Gana Gay won the ball back from a high press. Oh, Nana gets his foot in. Idrissa Gay gets it. He's on the edge of the box. He's got Damari Gray to his left. But he wants to go alone, and he hits it, and he absolutely skies it. It's gone right over the bar. He puts his head in his hands. He knows he should have done better. But isn't that Everton's problem? You know, we get in good situations, we press forward, we can get shots on goal, but we just can't finish teams off. We can't score a goal. And that's what it was like when Frank Lampard was in charge. Sean Dyche has changed that, to be fair. I mean, we are more of an attacking threat under Sean Dyche. We scored more goals. We just got to press on. Got to press on. Well, it's 0-0 so far. It's just second half. It's just kicked off at Goodison Park. Give me a prediction in the chat. Do we still think it's going to be a 1-11 win? Do we think a point is good enough here tonight? Or do we need all three? You know, are you going to be happy with the point? Michael Keane battling away there with Son, not letting him get past him, which is good to see from Michael Keane. Staying strong. Spurs have got the ball, and Everton are just sitting back. You know, again, at times we press forward. At times, when Spurs are playing out from the back, then we want to go into their half and press them. But it seems like when they've got the ball in the Everton half, we're staying really rigid and structured and not breaking out from our defensive structure so they can't play through us, which is a really interesting defensive strategy. To press forward when they have the ball in their own half, but when they have the ball in our half, we're actually really structured and defensively secure. Cheers. Back on the water for the second half. Not on the strong stuff tonight, just on the water. Let me know if you're having a water, you're having cider, a beer, a cup of tea, a hot chocolate. Let me know what your drink of choice is this Monday night. Harry Kane gets the ball in. Dwight McNeil's on the back post and he clears it. And it goes out for a Spurs corner. It's a Spurs corner kick. And we mentioned in the first half how prolific Spurs are from corners this season. Scored more corners than anybody else in the Premier League this season. And I suppose that was the Italian Conte's structured manner. He's really renowned for good set pieces. But it's cleared away. Everton get their heads on it and clear the ball away. Porro gets the ball and shoots, and it's well over the bar. Ashley Beard's got a Pepsi Max. Probably the worst of all soft drinks, a Pepsi Max. I'm not having Pepsi Max whatsoever. Sorry. Don't mind the Pepsi. But Pepsi Max. Oh. I'll tell you what, there's a couple of drinks that I really don't like. Pepsi Max and Cherry Cola. Cherry Coke, I just can't get into. No, that's a bit controversial because there's a couple of drinks people really like. It's Garnegay with the ball. Garnegay bringing it forward, gives it to Iwobi. Iwobi plays it to Onana. Onana giving it to Godfrey, who plays it out to McNeil. Couple of passes getting strung together by Everton. McNeil on the left-hand side trying to power forwards. We haven't really seen McNeil get to the touchline and try and get a cross in to win the corner like he normally does under Sean Dyche. But the ball forward goes into Decore inside the box. Really tight inside the box there. Spurs with 10 players behind the ball, making it really difficult for Everton to try and break them down. And it's not one of Everton's strengths to break teams down either when they have got 10 men inside the box. But Coleman gets a ball inside the box, gets cleared by Spurs, only to Coleman again, who gets his head up, looks for, see who's in the box. It's only Decore and Damari Gray inside the box, to be fair. But Iwobi finds Gray, leaves it out to Onana. Onana shoots and it's saved by Hugo Lloris. Really poor shot there by Onana, to be fair. I mean, he gets the ball. He's probably 30 yards out and he tries to side foot place it into Hugo Lloris's near post down to his left-hand side. But Hugo Lloris is too good for that type of strike and he's down and he pounces on the ball quite comfortably in the end. Drew Yardley says we need to win. Well, we need to win our home games. A draw is not the worst result. And we don't speed Spurs often. We need to keep picking up results. Couldn't agree more with you, Drew. But here's Iwobi trying to break into the box. But he just loses possession of the ball. A bit sloppy. And Spurs come away with a counter-attack. Perisic on the left-hand side with the ball. Iwobi's got Iwobi in front of him. And Iwobi's trying to win the ball back. He does. Well done, Iwobi. Well played. Getting stuck in, winning the ball. But Drew, I agree with you, mate. We don't, pick that many points up against Spurs. It'd be really good to get a point, but just imagine the feeling if we got 3. Oh, we definitely need 3 points. And Everton are battling well, especially in the second half. I think Everton have come out the more aggressive. We're winning those second balls now, and I can hear the fans. The fans are really getting behind the Everton team in this second half. We're pressing forward. The only problem we have is when we break into the final thirds of the area of the pitch, we just don't look like scoring. We don't look like breaking that line and playing the killer ball. We just don't look like we've got that in us tonight. I do feel like Ellis Sims could come on and change the course of this game, though, if he did come on. He's an aerial presence. He's physical. I'd be encouraged to get Ellis Sims on in the next 5 to 10 minutes if I was Sean Dyche. I'm not. So let's see what happens. Decore, they've just said it on the commentary there. Decore's playing really high up the pitch, almost like a second striker. And he is. But the thing is, if he's playing so high up like a second striker, why not just have a second striker? Why not just have Damari Gray play that role and he can be the second striker? But let's just have Ellis Sims up there as an out-and-out number 9. And then we could still have Garner and Onana in the midfield. Here is Onana. Everton have played it well side to side tonight. Looking for openings. They're being patient on the ball in the second half. And And they have moved the ball pretty well in the second half, to be fair. We struggled to in the first half, but second half, putting a good couple of passes together. Iwobi with the ball now, gives it to Garner. Garner gives it to Onana. Garner to Onana. Here is Gray. Gray gives it to Dwight McNeil. McNeil puts a ball in, but again, only one person in the box is Decore on the back post. Nobody at the front post. Nobody between the sticks. And when we're getting the ball in these dangerous areas and looking inside the box to get a ball in, there's no one there who's going to score a goal. Really do feel like we need more of a threat there. More of a threat in the box. But I think Sean Dyche, to be fair to him, he thinks, okay, it's a clean sheet so far. As long as we've got a clean sheet, we're in the game. So let's keep it tight. Let's keep it rigid. And, you know, it was almost a mentality under David Moyes, wasn't it, for all them years? He wanted to stay in games and he wanted to keep the defensive structure tight. It's a free kick here to Spurs. Onana looks like he's caught Pedro Porro in the face. He does catch him in the face. He almost puts his arm around Pedro Porro. You know, brushes his face and Pedro's on the floor rolling around. But this is the Premier League and that's what players do. They roll around. Here's Perisic now, just cutting inside the box, tries to get the better of Seamus Coleman. But the centre-backs clean up for him. Decore is having a good battle up there with all the Spurs players, whether he's in the Everton half or the Spurs half. Decore is really battling away, and he wins us a corner. He tries to get a cross in, comes off Eric Dyer, and it goes out for a corner. First Everton corner in front of the Gladys Street. Come on, could this be the moment we're waiting for? Could this be where Tarkowski rises above, nods it in, and gives Everton a 1-0 lead? Dwight McNeil comes across, takes the corner in front of the Gladys Street and the Bullens. He's at the corner flag. I've put this flag up here as a symbol that we're going to score from the corner flag. The ball goes in. Oh, it's easily cleared away by Spurs. Everton don't get enough on the ball. And Spurs are breaking. Spurs have got a counter-attack. It's 3-on-3. It's 4-on-4 now. The ball goes inside the box. No, it's blocked by Seamus Coleman. A really good play by Seamus Coleman, to be fair. Harry Kane tries to take it past Garner Gay as well. And it's blocked. And Demarai Gray wins the Everton free kick. There's a problem here, and Decore's been sent off. Decore's been sent off, and it's because there's a little bit of handbags. There's pushing and shoving between Harry Kane and Decore, because the free kick was given, and Harry Kane has gone in on Decore and pushed him out the way. There's pushing and shoving, and Decore's arm has brushed Harry Kane's face. Harry Kane, England number 9, England number 10, an absolute disgrace, threw himself to the floor. And the referee has given a red card to Decore and sent him off. Harry Kane's gone down like he's been shot. And Decore's been sent off. There's no VAR review. It doesn't look like it's going to be looked at. Harry Kane's gone down. It's a red card. And Everton are down to 10 men. So Harry Kane fouls Demarai Gray. He then carries on and tries to kick the ball. Decore and Harry Kane get into it argy-bargy. Decore catches Harry Kane's face. And Kane's gone down like he's been shot. Kane's gone down. He's an absolute disgrace, Harry Kane. He's been touched on the face. He's threw himself to the floor, holding his face. And it's a red card. He's threw himself to the floor, Harry Kane. But Demore's hand has made contact. And it's a red card. Sean Dyche is right in front of Harry Kane. And he should be having a word with him saying, you're an absolute disgrace. What has happened, Harry Kane? What can we say? What can we say? It's a red card. Everton are down to 10 men. We can not like how it's happened. But it is a red. Harry Kane's gone down like he's been shot. But he's actually a bit of a pussy by going down. He really just got a brush on the face and he's threw himself to the floor. But Harry Kane doesn't care, to be fair. He plays for Spurs. Harry Kane just thinks it's a red card. His team have got 11 men. Everton have got 10 men. And now, if it wasn't hard enough, Everton at home to Spurs, who are 5th in the league. It's now Everton with 10 men. Home, battling for survival, battling for relegation, battling against relegation, and now against an 11-man Spurs and against a referee who is now seemingly against us. We didn't really see any VAR review there as well. The referee just said it's a red, off you go. Harry Kane has gone down. I mean, if it's your player, you want your player to go down. You want him to maybe exaggerate slightly. But you've seen things like that in the past where a couple of stand-up players have just said, you know what, it's a bit of handbags. I won't throw myself to the floor. It was what it was. Let's pat ourselves on the back. Maybe the referee gives a yellow each. But Harry Kane's bought himself and his team a red card and a one-man advantage in this second half with 30 minutes to play. Everton now have got to, as Drew says in the chat, the fans have got to become the 11th man. We've only got 10 men on the pitch now. The fans have got to be the 11th man. But not only is that disappointing because we're down to 10 men, it's disappointing because Decore, a really good player under Sean Dyche, is now going to be banned for 3 games. Everton now have gone to a 4-4-1 formation. Defensively, it doesn't change the shape too much because we've already got those players back behind the ball. It's more about going forwards and losing that extra player. Maybe having to risk a bit more. Right now, you would think a point would be good to take away from this game. But this is where Spurs should smell blood as a team in the top half. With, you know, on fifth in the league, looking to go 3rd here at Goodison Park. They'll now want to press forward against a wounded Everton with 10 men. Sitting in, defending. Oh, the ball's gone right across. It's gone to Perisic. Perisic gets his head on it and plays it back across goal. But Harry Kane can't get on the end of it. Iwobi clears the ball. Iwobi's still battling away, and Iwobi's got forward, but he's only got Damari Gray inside. He shoots, and has it gone for the corner? If it hasn't gone for the corner, it's a terrible shot, but it's gone high and wide. And it looks like it is a goal kick to Spurs. So the fans have got to become the 11th man now, Drew, as you say in the chat. The fans will be the 11th man. I've been at Goodison Park many a time where we've gone down to 10 men. I'm still battled, and sometimes we've still won games, even with 10 men. Let's see if this Everton side have got the steel and the resolve, not only to keep a clean sheet, but to get one the other end, maybe from a set piece. Such a disappointing event. TJ Superfly Guy. What a name. TJ Superfly Guy in the comments just said, even though he's a United fan, there's no way he wants Harry Kane in his United side. There's no way that's a red. And the referee needs some common sense. And I agree. You know, like he said, a leg-breaking challenge, yeah. Have a look at it, give a red. When it's a bit of handbags and you brush someone's face, it's not a red card. Come on. The game's absolutely gone. I feel like this water needs to turn into something a bit stronger here in the second half. In the last 5 minutes, Spurs have had 88% possession and Everton have had 12. I think that just shows the effect that red cards has had on the game. Harry Kane on the ball and is getting absolutely booed off the park by the Everton fans. Disgraceful. The Spurs fans are singing Harry Kane, he's one of our own. But he's an absolute pussy. And I personally... Oh, it's a penalty to Spurs. It's a penalty to Spurs. And you could see it coming there. It was a challenge by Michael Keane. And it's a clear penalty, I've got to say. It's gone from bad to worse for Everton in the past 5 minutes. The ball's gone through. Perisic has got his head on it, flicked it back. And Michael Keane's nowhere near the ball, really. He puts his foot out and he catches Emerson on the leg. And it's a clear penalty. There's no arguing. Everton seemingly have gone into self-destruct mode. And Harry Kane is going to take the penalty. Of course Harry Kane's going to take the penalty. And Harry Kane, are you going to do what you did in the summer? Harry Kane bottled it in the World Cup. Bottled it for England. But now the pressure's seemingly off. He'll obviously score, won't he? He's up against Jordan Pickford. Jordan Pickford knows exactly where Harry Kane likes to go. It's going to be tense. Like I say, it was a clear penalty. Everton have gone into self-destruct mode here. Jordan Pickford against Harry Kane. It's not a fair fight, obviously. You know, Harry Kane is prolific on the penalty spot when the pressure's off. Like in the World Cup when he bottles it. He's stepping up now. I say he goes straight down the middle. That's my prediction. Kane, who got Decore off, steps up for the penalty. He does a stupid little run-up. He hits it. And it's in. It's 1-0 to Spurs. Pickford goes the wrong way. And Spurs are 1-0 ahead. And Kane celebrates in front of the Spurs player. Spurs fans. It's a chain of events, really, isn't it? It's the chain of events where Everton go down to 10 men. We're under pressure. We're defending. We've only got 10 men, and then, you know, a mistake happens in defence. You know, we're facing pressure. A mistake happens in defence. Michael Keane gives away a penalty, and the man who gets Decore sent off steps up and scores the penalty. It's 1-0 Spurs, and it's going to be really difficult for Everton to get back in this game now. The Spurs fans are still singing. Goodison Park has gone quiet. And Sean Dyche has got a big decision to make here. What does he do to get Everton back in this game? Drew Yardley saying we could go 3 at the back. We could get Mina or Cody on and hope for a set piece. I personally think if we're playing 4-4-1, we play with, especially now we've got one down and Spurs aren't going to be committing that many bodies forward. They're going to be defending more. I think now is the time for Ellis Sims to come on and to play that solo up front. The wingers can get down the wings, get the balls in. Ellis Sims is a threat from set pieces as well. But it's going to need something special here. We've got 20 minutes to go to try and get back in this game, to salvage something at home. And we've already talked about how important our home games are, with only 9 games left in the season after this one. They've just been saying Everton have only scored 12 Premier League goals at home this season at Goodison Park. And now with 10 men, you know, the ask is even harder, isn't it? Please do like and subscribe our videos and share with your friends. We're trying to build up our channel. Really do hope everyone who can share, like our content on your platforms. I'd really appreciate that. And thank you very much for watching. But we're not gone yet. We're not going anywhere. 20 minutes to go. Everton have got the ball, trying to break into the Spurs half. We get a free kick halfway inside the Spurs half. And this is what we need. We need set pieces. So right now, we need everyone in the box. And we need to push forward. I mean, it's difficult on Michael Keane because Michael Keane gives the penalty away. He's in the side, replacing Connor Cody. He's built his confidence back up, but now that could just be another knock to his confidence. Demarai Gray takes the free kick. It's headed towards the back post. No one's able to get the head on it. And it's cleared confidently by Spurs. Goes all the way back to Jordan Pickford. And Everton regroup, back in shape. Centre-backs are back in the Everton's defence. And Spurs are almost just in their own half. They're just, like I said earlier, they've just brought themselves back 20 yards. And they're now just sitting back going, okay, Everton, 10 men, break us down. And they're happy to sit back. They'll probably be happy to look to counter-attack onto Everton. But I'm not too sure it's a bad strategy. You know, I think it's a good strategy from Spurs because I don't think this 10-men Everton side is going to be able to break them down. Here's Demarai Gray inside the box. He's looking to get a shot off. He does. And it's straight into Hugo Lloris's hands. Spurs almost got it all kinds of wrong there. Hugo Lloris played it out to defend in his own box, and Everton won possession almost like 9 yards out. So Everton are prepared to press the back line. So in the 5 minutes since the goal, now Everton possession is 83% and Spurs is 17%. So with 10 men, we've had 83% of the possession in the last 5 minutes. And that just shows how Spurs are happy to sit back at the moment. So it's going to be a really interesting last 20 minutes here. Let me know in the chat what you think's going to happen. Do you think Everton can get back in this game, get a goal? Ellis Sims does look like he's going to get stripped off, as does Mikolenko. Ellis Sims, of course, came on and made a massive impact against Chelsea. Obviously got a goal, got us a point against Chelsea. Hope he can come on and do the same here tonight at Goodison Park. Big clearance up the field from Jordan Pickford. Onana gets his head on it, but Demarai Gray's not able to get onto the flick on. Hugo Lloris playing it out again. Dangerous ball to one of his defenders inside his box. And Everton are trying to win the ball back up high. It does fall to Damari Gray inside the box. He's got almost a wall of Spurs players in front of him. It comes to... Who's that? Just a Gay hits it, and it's tipped over the bar. Garner Gay hits it well, but it's right at the goalkeeper. And Hugo Lloris has just got to tip it over his head and over the bar. If Garner Gay could have got it... Sorry, Garner Gay could have got it left or right of the goalkeeper, it would have made it a bit more difficult. But this is what we need. We need corners, and we've got one. In front of the Gladys Street. Come on, Everton. Tarkowski's going towards the back post. Dwight McNeil now. Swings the ball in swinger, towards the back post. Michael Keane gets his head on it. Oh, but it's saved by the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper's gone down to waste a bit of time here. Oh, Skip gone down. And yeah, he's wasting time. He's clearly just wasting a bit of time. There's nothing wrong with him. So a couple of changes for Everton. So Seamus Coleman's come off. And Mikolenko's come on. So that will mean Ben Godfrey is going to move from left back to right back. And Mikolenko slot there in the left back position. Be interesting to see who comes off at Ellis Sims. It's Damari Gray. Damari Gray is off and Ellis Sims is on. Like for like swap. Up front. Come on, Everton. You know what? You don't mind losing to a team sometimes when they've played you off the park and they deserve the win. But when it comes to a result like this where there's a contentious red card and a penalty, oh, it just makes it all the more frustrating as a fan. So the changes are being made. Lloris has got the ball. And he rolls it out. And the game's back underway. Ellis Sims heading up the Everton front line now. He's going to be closing down the back line of Spurs. Trying to put himself about. He's physical, Ellis Sims, isn't he? So he wants to do everything he can to make his impact known. Here's Onana. You know, Onana, big-time player. He's not really scored big-time goals for Everton, but if he could get a goal here tonight, that would be a perfect situation for him to break back into the Everton team in a massive way to get us back in this game. Garner Gay with the ball, gives it back to Michael Keane, gives it to Mikolenko. Mikolenko tries to find McNeil, he does so. Michael Keane thought he was fouled, but he wasn't. 12, 13 minutes of normal time still to go. Spurs haven't been great. And that's, again, it's frustrating losing to a team where the team hasn't been fantastic, but they're still winning. That's always a frustrating element. Perisic has got it on the left-hand side. Looking to get a ball in. He's up against Ben Godfrey now, not Seamus Coleman. Spurs still with the ball. And now this is where Spurs will take that extra pass and they'll try and keep the ball and play it from side to side to waste more time. We've just got to make sure when we win the ball, like we just have, we counter-attack and we counter-attack with pace and we just attack and get bodies forward for the last 10 minutes. Just take a look. 79 minutes, 10 minutes to go. The ball goes up. Sins wins the header. Gives it to Iwobi. Iwobi to now to Garner Gay. Everton needs to commit a few more bodies forward probably to make any inroads. They need to get the ball wide. It's now wide with Iwobi. Iwobi is turning back in towards the midfield. I feel like he's got to go round the outside now of Spurs and to try and get a ball into the box. They're building it up nicely though. Sims gives it back to Iwobi. Iwobi to McNeil. McNeil gives it to Mikolenko on the left-hand side, who hits it. It's blocked by Spurs. Massive shout from the Everton crowd of a handball, but there's no chance we're getting a penalty for that. To be fair, the Spurs player had his hands behind his back, and it was no danger of handball there. But the Goodison crowd are going to shout about absolutely everything now in the last 10 minutes and get behind the team, and so they should. You know, it's a battle out there now. The teams, you know, players are battling against each other. Mikolenko's battling, Dwight McNeil's battling, and that's exactly what we need. And it is. The ball's bouncing between teams as well. We're winning possession, they're winning possession. Tarkowski's got the ball here. Oh, little 1-2 by with Ellis Sims. But Tarkowski couldn't get onto the return. Everton are committing bodies forward now, to be fair to them. They are trying to influence the game in the final 10 minutes. Long ball goes up. And it goes out for the Spurs throw-in. 10 minutes to go here. Spurs are going to make a change. It's Son going off, number 7. And it's Lucas Moura coming on for Spurs. And Spurs are counting the clock down, really. Making a change. No doubt they'll make another change, but they won't do it all together because they'll want to let the clock run away with the game and waste more time. They really haven't had much attacking impetus in this game, Spurs. And if they do get the 3 points here tonight, they'll be very lucky to walk away with the 3 points. And ball. The ball goes forward here to Iwobi, right in front of the Gladys Street. He goes to the touchline, plays it back to Ben Godfrey. Ben Godfrey tries to put a ball in. Terrible ball. Larice easily picks it up. Those are the situations where, in the final thirds, I've said we've been poor. And again, the ball goes to Godfrey in a good position. He puts a ball in, and it's a really poor cross. Looks like Everton are going to be making a couple more changes. Looks like Jimmy Garner, and Tom Davies are going to come on. Be interesting to see who they actually come on for. They're going to come on like for like in midfield, but maybe give a bit more energy. It's Onana. Onana's coming off, and Tom Davies is going to replace him. And Idrissa Gana Gay is going to go off as well. And James Garner is going to come on in midfield. So 2 like-for-like swaps. And I think Sean Dyche just wants to inject that energy into midfield. So welcome back to the team for James Garner, to the first team. From injury. Drew Yardley wants to get Iwobi off. Yeah, Iwobi's not been... he's not played very well tonight. He hasn't really played very well, Iwobi, since he switched into the wide position, really. He plays a lot better in midfield, in centre midfield. But we haven't really got a winger on the field right now that can come on and influence the game. If we did bring Iwobi off. You know, Damari Gray's gone off. You could have potentially moved him to the wing. But we haven't got that option now. So it'll be interesting to see how Tom Davies and James Garner do here in the centre of midfield. See if they can put a bit more energy into the game and maybe just find that final pass that we've been lacking. Everton throw in. Here's now James Garner just getting a little 1-2 with Tarkowski at the back. He's bringing the ball forward, gives it to Sims. Sims gives it back to Davis. It's all nice at the minute in the Everton midfield, but there's no real penetration and breaking into that final third. But here we go. Here's Dwight McNeil. Plays it wide to Mikolenko. Mikolenko looking to get a ball in. Poor ball, really. Poor cross. And that's not the first time we've said that in the game. But Everton get the ball. It's James Garner. Gives it to Tom Davis. Tom Davis is going to play that wide to Iwobi. Now, Iwobi, get down the wing. I want it. It's our free kick. It's a free kick to Everton. In a dangerous position, but when Iwobi gets the ball there, I want him to get round the outside of Spurs. I want him to get to the byline or get to the touchline and get a ball in. He doesn't seem to be doing that, Iwobi. He's always coming in on his left foot. He is tonight anyway, and it hasn't worked. James Garner going to take our free kick here. He's not going to have an attempt on goal. The position just isn't set up right for that. He's going to put a ball in. Tarkowski's up. Michael Keane's up. All our free kicks and corners go to the back post, so this ball is going to go to the back post. Or will they put a spanner in the works and go near post? Ellis Sims is near post. Can we go near post? Michael Keane's calling for the ball. He desperately wants it on the back post. But here's James Garner. Puts a ball in towards the back post. And absolutely nobody gets on the end of it. It's a decent ball in. But it's just a fraction too advanced, and the Everton players simply can't get on the end of it. Hugo Lloris has got to get a yellow card here for time wasting. He's got a goal kick. He's doing the usual goalkeeper antics, but he doesn't get a yellow. 3 minutes to go in normal time. I think it's balls to the wall now. I mean, I'd push a centre-back up there. I'd push a centre-back up there alongside Ellis Sims, and I'll just pub the ball into the box, because there's no difference between losing this game 1-0 or 2-0. Yes, our goal difference isn't fantastic, but we can't afford not to try and get a point from this game. Put a defender up there, clear it into the box, get a ball into the box, and let's see what we can do. At the minute, we're struggling to get the ball past midfield. Keane gets caught there by Lucas Moura, and Moura gets a red card. Michael Keane went to clear the ball. Lucas Moura has lunged in, and now for the final 2 minutes of the game, it's going to be 10 men versus 10 men. And you know what? Michael Keane has got up like a gentleman. He hasn't been rolling around on the floor, getting physio on the pitch. He's got up. It's a foul. He's being hurt. Oh, and that is a terrible, terrible challenge by Lucas Moura. Michael Keane has got his foot planted on the floor, and Lucas Moura has got his studs in right onto Michael Keane's ankle. And that is an ankle breaker. That's a shocking, shocking challenge. Shame on you, Lucas Moura. And you deserve your red card. It's a free kick now. The free kick goes up. Everton trying to get the ball into the box, but we're not getting on the ends of them. But it's 10 men versus 10 men. This is going to be chaotic, the final minute. We should have a long period of extra time, though. There was a penalty. There's been 2 send-ins off. Multiple substitutions. I'm going 6 minutes at a time here. Here's Ben Godfrey. Godfrey trying to twist and turn. Trying to play the ball. He does into Ellis Sims. Sims holds the ball really well. Plays it to Iwobi. He tries to get a ball in. Oh, and Michael Keane just takes it off Mikolenko's foot. He was trying to come in on the volley at the back post. But it's all Everton. Everton have got the 10 men, and Everton are pressing forward. Here's Tom Davis pressing forward now. Gives it to Godfrey. Gives it to Garner. We just need to get the ball out wide. Get the ball out wide and get a crossing. Here's Jimmy Garner. Trying to cut inside. Still looking for the pass. I think the Everton fans just want to get across inside the box. Here's Michael Keane. He's going to hit one. He does! Oh, he does! What a goal by Michael Keane! Come on! It's an absolute rocket! That's one of the best goals I've seen at Goodison Park. Michael Keane he's made up for the penalty, and he scored an absolute bullet. It's 1-1. What a goal. And it was just like Vincent Kompany's goal for Man City. The absolute bullet into the top corner. Michael Keane has just struck the ball from 30 yards out, and it just flew into the top corner. What a goal. It's 1-1. Come on. And I'll tell you what, with 5 minutes to go, we're pressing on here. We want to win this game. What a goal by Michael Keane. Fair play to him. He hasn't dropped his head. He hasn't felt sorry for himself. He's put his head up and he scored a goal. I'll tell you what, Spurs are on the attack here. Ooh. Perisic pushed forward, hit the ball. He wants a corner. It's gone out for the goal kick. You're right, DJ Superfly guy say what a goal from the ex-United fan. He's a United fan, so what a goal by Michael Keane. What a goal. Got to be excited there. Felt like I was at Goodison Park. I'll tell you what, so there's what, 91, 92 minutes. If Everton can press on here and get a winner. At the minute, Spurs are getting the ball forward. Spurs have got possession. There's 6 minutes at a time, so this will go on to at least 96 minutes. Spurs have got the ball, though. The Spurs are pressing forwards with 10 men. 10 men versus 10 men here. Eric Dyer plays it left to Perisic. James Garner surely got a free kick here in the centre of the park. He does. Let's get the ball. Let's crack on. Come on. Move forward. I'm up for this. I'm ready for the winner. It's a free kick. He's telling Tarkowski. It's a free kick deep inside Everton's half. But he's telling Tarkowski to get up there. Get up on Michael Keane for the free kick. Everton want the winner here. Spurs are playing quite a high line, but we're gonna try for a set piece here. Jordan Pickford's gonna play the ball towards the back post. He plays a long free kick up. Can Tarkowski get his head on it? He does so. He puts it into the box. Michael Keane. It's Tarkowski. It's it. Oh, but it's just blocked. I tell you what, that was going on goal. It's a good block there by the Spurs defender, because I tell you, that was going in. Tarkowski's got his head on it. It's come off a couple of players. And now Michael Keane, Tarkowski's then got to put his foot through it. But it's just blocked by the Spurs player. Couple of minutes to go. Here we go. Mikalenko. Oh, Mikalenko's got about 4 players in front of him now. It's going to be very difficult for him. And he loses the ball as he tries to press forwards. Oh! Hugo Lloris tried to clear that ball, but it hits Tom Davis on the back and goes over for the goal kick. Two minutes to go. Come on, 2 minutes. Everyone, please like and subscribe our YouTube channel and save it, share it, whatever you do. We want to get a bit of a following behind the channel, so please do everything you can. Give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and follow the channel. Everton now pressing forward, win the ball back inside Spurs off. It's gone forward to Jimmy Garner. Is he offsides? There's no flag gone up. But McNeil has put a ball in. Tries to win a corner, but he doesn't. It's cleared. And Tarkowski's on his bike. He's getting pressure, Tarkowski. He's fouled. It's an Everton free kick. And once again, Sean Dyche is pointing. He's telling he's telling Michael Keane to get forward. He's telling Tarkowski to get forward. It's going to be another set piece. And Everton will want to win here in the last minute of the game. It's 1-1. We've just updated the score because I got too excited and I forgot. But here we go. Jordan Pickford puts a ball long forward towards the back post. Tarkowski once again gets his head on it, angles it towards goal, but just nobody's there to get on the end of it. And we're going into seconds left. Seconds inside of additional time. Spurs are pressing on with the ball now. They've got it out wide. Oh, they've broke into the box. Got a shot away. And it's a block and it's a corner. Spurs have got a corner. Last minute. Last seconds of the game. Is it even time to take the corner? Well, knowing this ref, there will be. Spurs now whipping this corner in. Looking to try and get a winner. Whips the ball in. It's headed away by Ellis Sims. And the referee blows the end. That's the final whistle and it's full time. It's Everton 1, Spurs 1. And I tell you what, a point from that game is the least that we deserved. We deserve much more than that. It was Harry Kane, threw himself to the floor, got Everton a red card. They got themselves a penalty. It was a penalty, but it's 1-1. But I'll tell you what, tonight, man of the match, regardless of giving a penalty away, is Michael Keane. Michael Keane made a mistake. He gave the penalty away, but he absolutely hit a rocket with minutes to go inside the top corner, and it's 1-1. There's conversation between Seamus Coleman and Harry Kane at the end of the game. Seamus Coleman basically telling him, you shouldn't have gone down like you did, holding your face. But fair play, we get a point at Goodison Park. It's a good point. It's a good result for confidence. As Drew Yardley said, good for the confidence. And to be fair, after going a goal down, you take a point. Before the game, we wanted 3. But we got a point and we move on. Another result under Sean Dyche. A point's better than nothing. And fair play to the Everton players for not giving up, showing fight, courage and desire. And that's what Everton's all about, especially in front of the Goodison Park fans. Thank you very much for watching for contributing towards our watch along, for logging on. Please do like, share our feeds, and we'll be back next time for more restricted views, Everton Fan TV. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.